I started my detailing business 3.5 years ago, and now I'm doing $2,000 to $3,000 a month as a full-time college student. I've been exactly where you are as a young teenager trying to start some little business to make some money, but back whenever I was 16 starting my business, I didn't have any online mentors to guide me and show me what steps I needed to take. So that's why I'm here making these videos, to teach and to help you to know what steps it takes to start making your first buck. So these are the 3 lessons that you need to know to get started in this business at any age with as little as $500. Lesson 1, you just need to get started, okay? You don't need some van, you don't need all the crazy tools and products, and truthfully, all you need is a few very basic tools and products to get started. Whenever you're starting any business, but especially this business as a young teenager, you want to get revenue as fast as possible, but you want to keep your expenses as low as possible. That way you're able to start profiting very quickly without spending money on useless things, which is why I'm here to let you know what those useless things are. Also, as a young teenager, most of us don't have thousands to be spending on some startup business that as a teenager, we don't even know if we're going to be doing for the next 10 years. So this is everything you need to get started, all under $500. So this is a quality vacuum from Amazon. That's budget, but it's also still really good quality to get you started. Now, Meguiar's APC is the best cleaner for all surfaces. It's what I still currently use and what I started using whenever I started my business, but usually you can only buy it in the 1 gallon size along with a bottle. So if you are on the lower end of this $500 budget, this 3D APC is also a great intro cleaner and should already be diluted for you in these little bottles whenever you order it. These microfiber towels are from the Kirkland brand and are amazing quality and cheap. You can buy either a 1-pack or a bundle to save money in the long run, but remember this is within the $500 budget, so you might want to just get that 1-pack. This pet hair brush is additional and it's not needed to get started, but it does help and allow you to add pet hair removal as an upcharge just by buying a $20 tool that you can charge $20 for just one job. And that right there is everything you need to do a basic interior detail. Whenever you're starting, start with the basic services. You don't need to go buy an extractor, a steamer, every single chemical. You don't need a specific leather cleaner. You don't need a specific carpet cleaner. All you need is one good APC, which is either Meguiar's or that 3D if you don't have as much money, and just get started with a basic interior detail. Now, this invisible glass cleaner is the best window cleaner, which will be used both inside and outside for whatever job you have. Real quick, cheap garden hose if you don't already have one at home. Another cheap extension cord if you don't already have one at home. This Sunjo electric pressure washer is a fantastic beginner pressure washer that's cheap, quality, and will also probably last a couple years. I personally use this brand Sunjo for the first 2.5 years, and so yes, they're kind of cheap and it's all plastic, but it gets you started. Also comes with a hose and a wand, so you're saving money on that. And in the beginning, it'll last a couple years. It's going to get the job done. It has enough pressure and it's easy to work with as well. Now, this is a cheap but quality foam can I found. I picked this specific brand because not only have I used it, but it's not a piece of crap. It's also got a wide base so it won't be falling over, which is a big, small thing that is really annoying in the long run. Now, Adam's shampoo is a great shampoo that is strong and somewhat cheap. You can also use this in both your wash bucket and foam cannon. So it's very versatile, so you're not buying several soaps, spending money where you don't need to. I'm letting you know exactly what you need. Just get this one soap and you're good, I promise. Which brings me to the buckets. Either pick a couple up at your local Lowe's or Home Depot. I think they're like $5. You can even get lids for them. Or just go ahead and order them on Amazon along with everything else. You only need 2, one for washing the car and one for wheels. I promise you only need 2, which brings me to how to wash the car. You're going to be using the same microfiber towels as I showed you earlier. Just order 1 pack or the bundle. You can also use these to wash the car with the 1 bucket wash method, which is why you only need 2 buckets. If you want to learn the 1 bucket wash method, comment below, I can explain it real quick. Or go to my detailing TikTok, Smith Auto Detailing. I should have a video posted on that on how it works. Now, this is the perfect detail brush bundle. You want to get the small brush, the wheel face brush, and the wheelbarrow brush to take care of your wheels on the exterior. But then inside of this bundle, you have a couple extra small detail brushes that I actually want you to use on the interior detail as well. Now see, I picked this specific one because it comes with extras so that you don't have to buy different brushes and spend unnecessary money, but they're also plastic. In my experience, I've bought in plastic and wooden ones The wooden ones you don't want to buy. Over time, especially if they're your wheel brushes, they rot and break in half. You don't want to waste money on those. Then this wheel cleaner is great. It's strong but non-acidic, and the small bottle will be enough to get a couple cars done. Now this is cheap, but if you have a little bigger budget, you can go ahead and buy the 1 gallon size, which comes with a bottle. That way you're just diluting it yourself and saving a little bit of money in the long run. Dry the car with this. It's a great brand. It's cheap, but it's quality. Either get the 20 by 30 inch or the 30 by 36 inch, whichever fits in your budget better. Now the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Spray Ceramic is great. Again, use one of the basic microfibers to apply this. It's a great product to add shine and protection, which is just more value you're providing to your first few clients. Then this tire shine is the best. I currently use it. It's from Optimum. It gives a great deep matte look and there's no slaying, and I've never had any customer complaints about this. And now you don't necessarily need these. You can just use a towel, but these are very helpful for applying the tire shine and does help speed up the process. But again, like I said, you don't necessarily need them. They can just help if it's inside of your budget. And that's everything. It might sound like a lot, but it's really just the basics of what you need to offer both interior and exterior services. Now, I've gone ahead and made a list of all these products on an Amazon storefront, so it's all in one place for you. So you can go in, pick the ones that you want. I also added those bigger options, like I said, either buy that one small bottle of the 3D APC, or if you have a little bigger budget, you can buy that 1 gallon of McGuire's. Now, it may seem like a lot of products, which it is, but they're all quality and cheap, which is why I picked them. But it's still all under $500, which is everything you need to get started and servicing your first few clients. And like I said, you don't need all this crazy equipment. You don't need a van. You don't need an extractor or a steamer. You just need that basic list of products I just told you 1 minute ago. See, I'm almost in my 4th year of business and I just upgraded to a minivan, so still nothing crazy. But before that, for the first 3 years of my business, I was working in my 2007 Honda Accord that was slammed on its nuts, absolutely riced out, and scraping on everyone's driveways. And sure, that thing was really fun and I love that car, but I'm saying that as proof to show you don't need some van. You can start with what you have. And if you're truly determined, you will be able to spend this small amount of $500, take what you have, and get started servicing your first few clients. Lesson 2 is how to actually get your first few clients, curate your services, and your offer. Now, there's a few lessons inside of this lesson 2, which are all very important. Like first, it's getting reviews, but you need a Google business page to do that, which I'll explain in lesson 3. Second is to understand you're not gonna be crazy successful immediately. You might not make $500 to $1,000 in your first month, or 2, or even 3 months, okay? Your first few clients are gonna be your family members, your friends, your neighbors, because look, this is what works, and this is what worked for me, and this is what works for everyone else. But you do need to make an offer with them and an agreement, which I'll explain later, but you also need to remember you're just now starting. You don't need high prices. You need to start with the basics on low prices, and you don't need to be refusing any work. If it's a really nasty job, take it. You need anything you can get. So first, you want to curate your services and your offer. Like I said, if you spend only $500 total on all the tools and products that are in that Amazon link, you can get started with these 3 services, which I call the simple service system. Service 1 is going to be an exterior detail. You're going to be charging $50 and explain to the customer, your neighbor, or whoever that you'll be cleaning the wheels, the tires, the wheel barrels, the wheel wells, the gas cap, the paint, the windows, decontaminate the paint of any bugs or watermarks, anything you can to provide value. And remember that Turtle Wax Spray Ceramic I said to buy? You're gonna add that as a $15 add-on service where you can say, hey, client A, just for $15 more on top of this cheap $50 detail, you're gonna get a 6-month spray ceramic coating to add extra protection and shine to your service. 2 is the interior detail. You're gonna charge $75 for this, and you're gonna explain to them that it's gonna be a thorough vacuum of all surfaces, carpets, seats, anything in the car. And word it in this way. Say, hey, client B, I'm gonna be doing this, this, and this. I'm gonna be cleaning everything to the best possible condition in the realm of possibility. Right here, remember that Analon hairbrush that I showed you earlier? Buy that. Say, hey, by the way, if you have dogs and they like riding in your car, for just an extra $25, I can get rid of all that dog hair and do a full pet hair removal for just a little bit more. Service 3 in the simple service system is the complete detail. You're going to be charging $100 for this, but you're going to be saying to people, but for the complete detail, it's only $100, which includes both interior and exterior details. It is a little cheaper since it's the complete package. And sure, this is cheaper than normal if you were to do both interior and exterior and charge the same rates, but it's just an incentive to convince them to do the higher ticket service. Sure, it's only $100, but it's better if you were only getting paid $50. More importantly, you're getting reviews out of all these, which, like I said earlier, you're gonna have this agreement. What you say to them is, hey, Mr. X, or hey, Mrs. Y, I'm offering these services at a super cheap discounted rate. That's because Google reviews are way more important and more valuable than just money to me at these beginning stages of my business. After I get your car looking brand new, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a 5-star Google review on my business page. So now is the action step. You need to get a piece of paper and write down everyone's name and their number and how you're gonna reach out to them. You're gonna start with everyone in your life. Start with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister. Write down your friend Kevin, who just turned 16 and got a nice looking car. Write down Kevin's dad or Kevin's mom. Then you're gonna write down Mr. George, your neighbor, who has a nice weekend car that he likes taking care of. Go over and say, hi, hey, Mr. George, I'm starting a business. I'd love to take care of your car. See, now you have a list of 10 or so names and possible clients that even if they pay you the very minimum $50 for that exterior wash, you're still breaking even and getting money back on that initial $500 investment. Lesson 3 is your Google business page and your website. Now, like I said earlier, the beginning stages of this business, it's not super important to make a ton of money and even break even on that $500 investment. More importantly, you need to get those Google reviews to get your business started and established. But obviously to do that, you need to set up your Google business page so that you can send a review link to all these customers. It's pretty simple, but Google has changed a few things recently, so I'll do an updated tutorial and just a real quick follow through on how to. First, just go to Google or Safari and look up Google Business Profile. Click on that first thing and click Manage Now. Enter your business name right here. Click Service Business, type in Car Detailing Service. Now, there's a few more basic questions, so just fill all the info out and then you're good. And just like that, you're set up and you can start getting reviews and have your business profile established. Truthfully, at this point, that's all you need to do to get started. You really just need to get your business profile started and established because that's what shows how long you've been in business. You can't change that. If you put it off for a year, it's gonna show you haven't been in business for this last year. But get started with that, and later down the road, you can add a website. You don't need to get a website right now. That's everything you need to know to get started in your auto detailing business, no matter the age or no matter what factors are going on in your life. Again, the link to all those products and tools are in the top of the description below. If you're actually dedicated to this and want to build a future for yourself and be your own boss, everything you need is in that link. And again, I'm here for you. So if you have any questions at all, comment them below, DM me on my social medias, and I'm here to help you succeed. To keep learning more and to be guided in your business journey, follow my YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. All those links will also be in the description.